Hello, hello, welcome to Thursday. Today's a math day. There's a little bit of reading, but not a lot. And I'm going to see if you can go to this one website, but if you can't get to it, it's not the end of the world. Alex tried for me, but he wasn't able to get through. But I want you all to try again. And if it doesn't work, you can still do the work without the video, okay? So today we're going to be, if you look at our schedule, math day, it says, no reading warm up. You're looking at me on YouTube, you already did that. I want you to follow the link to watch the Flocabulary Math Terms video. That's the part you may or may not be able to do. The link is at the bottom of this video, and I'm also going to text it to you. And I'll show you how to do that. So try, it's fun. But even if you can't do that video, you can still do the math terms crossword and questions. And then there's a very short reading about the African Grove Theater, which is what the Zanzibar Theater in the book is based on, which is a real thing. It was a black theater company in New York in 1860s. Take photos of your work and send them to me. I don't think we're going to do our Zoom meeting after all. We'll see how that goes. All right, anyway, so let me show you what that vocabulary thing looks like. If you follow that link to Flocabulary, there's a video about math terms. That's what we're working on this week, the different terms of math or vocabulary of math. But you can't watch it unless you log in. So before you try to watch it, go to log in. And these things are, you have to use the login information I sent you, which is Hawkinson1470. You don't have to put any capital letters. And then at the bottom, the password is rabbit5567, and I sent that to you as well. So if you do that, you should be able to log in and watch the video. I'm not going to play it for you here. I'll leave that to you. And it just goes over the terms, and it's pretty fun. Okay, so even if you can't watch the video, though, these are the math terms that you need to know. Add, when you put two numbers together. Sum is what you get when you add two numbers together, the end result. Subtract is to take one quantity away from another, and difference is what you call the end result. I know you guys know add and subtract, but sometimes we forget what sum and difference means, and you will need to know those terms for our work next week. Multiply, I know you know what that is. Multiplying is actually adding the same thing over and over, technically. And what do you call the product or the result of multiplying? It's called the product. And what do you call the two numbers that you multiply together? Those are called factors. So you need to know factor is the two numbers you multiply together, and product is what you end up with. Divide, there's no dots on there, but there is on your worksheet. And quotient is what you get when you divide two numbers together. That's the end result. A variable is the letter that replaces an unknown amount. So usually we use x, but sometimes we use y. So 4 minus x is 2. What would x be to make that a true sentence? Sometimes you see it right next to a number. That means you're multiplying. And you could put it at the beginning. X minus 4 is 4. What number would you put instead of 4? That's a variable. Terms are the parts of a number sentence. So 13 is a term, x is a term, 3 is a term. Like terms is when they have the same variable, like 2x and 3x. Those are like terms. 2y is not a like term because it doesn't have an x. So if they're the same variable for two different terms, those are called like terms. And you can do things with like terms, as we'll find out later. An equation is a number sentence which has the same equality on both sides. So if you do this amount here, it is the same as this amount here. And then exponent doesn't show up on this picture here, but there's a little number at the top here, which represents that you multiply the big number together with the other numbers. That's on your paper. I had to write it in by hand. So 2 to the third power would be 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 12. Next week we'll talk more about PEMDAS. So you don't need to have that for today. You just need to know these definitions. And you can look at this paper as much as you want to do your work. Use it for your guideline, right? And here's your work. There's a crossword puzzle. And these definitions are exactly the same definitions from your math terms sheet, so you should be able to do that real easily. Fill that out. And then next to your, after your math terms crossword, there's a vocabulary quiz about the terms as well. So complete that. That's your work for today for math. And then I would like you to do this very short reading about the African Grove Theater, which is what the theater that the kids in Dactyl Hill are going to. It's an all-black theater company doing Shakespeare, and that's what they looked like. And there's some questions on the back. Who started the first ever black theater troupe? How many seats were there in the theater? The African Grove Theater did many types of productions from Shakespeare to blank to blank. What was special about the play, The Drama of King Shotaway? And who were the theater's two principal stars? Pretty easy, short read there, just to keep your brains going on your reading. Alrighty, and that's your work for today. Basically, it's math terms. Use that paper to help you. That's why I gave it to you. Fill out the crossword, answer the questions, take a picture of your work, and send it to me. And tomorrow we'll get back to reading Dactyl Hill Squad. See you later. Bye.